The Reno Rodeo cattle drive also features an authentic wagon train, with some of those wagons dating back to the 1800s. We'll take you for a ride when Today's Wild West continues. This is Today's Wild West. If you love watching Today's Wild West, you'll love reading Great Rides of Today's Wild West, a 10 by 12 hardcover coffee table photography book profiling more than 24 horseback adventures across the spectacular American West, with more than 300 color photographs. Makes a great gift, and just $39.99 shipping included. Get yours at todayswildwest.com. Great Rides of Today's Wild West.
It slows you down and makes you, look around and just appreciate the quieter things in life.
Life does indeed have a different rhythm from the front seat of Kathy Davis's covered wagon. With her mules Alice and Judy providing the horsepower and her little dog Tequila along for the ride, Kathy's wagon was one of 9 making the trip. The wagon train giving the Reno Rodeo cattle drive even more of an authentic Western flavor. These wagons not only look like the real thing, some of them actually are.
This wagon's an original Mitchell wagon built in Lawrence, Kansas.
Wagon master John Schwartzler's rig dates from the 1880s.
Right up by the trailhead where Dodge City, they shipped all the cattle out of there to the railroad.
John's been driving wagons in teams for decades. Today, it's a family tradition.
Well, we have done this since we have met, so this is like 30 years of doing, all of our kids were raised doing this kind of stuff.
The couple's daughter Melanie grew up with these horse-drawn vehicles, and at age 31, still loves it.
Oh, just being one-on-one with the horses, going down the trail. It's just a slow pace of life. That's what I really like about it.
On this wagon train, Melanie is one of the outriders, as is John's sister-in-law, Pam. It's an important job.
You have a lot of responsibility because I'm basically John's mouth. You know what I mean? To go tell the other wagons what he wants and where he wants them to go. And I love it because then I get to use my horse.
As Pam saddles up, John and the other wagoners are hitching up their teams, just like they did back in the day.
It's pretty tough to improve on what they did 100 and some odd years ago in designing this working harness. They really thought it out.
John can not only explain the function of every piece of leather that goes into that harness, he can tell you the history of the American cream draft horses that pull the wagon. He raised this pair, full brothers, members of a breed that he helped to rescue from extinction.
When we got involved with this breed years ago, there were less than 100 horses left. They had almost died out.
John worked with the University of Kentucky Equine Genetics Department to save the breed.
And we're now up around 600 head of horses. So the breed's getting to the safe point.
It's all fascinating stuff, as is watching the process of hitching up the teams. And all the teams were revved up and raring to go when we finally pulled out of camp, waving goodbye to the riders who would soon follow with the cattle herd.
Have fun. See you guys later.
Adios! Riding on Kathy's wagon, I'm in good hands.
I started out in the racehorse business, so I started out galloping colts. So I learned how to do a lot at a gallop.
This woman who started driving teams 14 years ago is now a world champion.
I have 2 world championship team driver buckles.
She says while it does take some physical strength to handle a team, feel and finesse are more important.
You'd be surprised at how little it really takes to control these guys. Once you've got a good broke team and they've been around you a while, it doesn't take all that much.
It's great fun to ride along as the wagon train rolls down the road and get a sense of what it was like to cross the country so many years ago. No danger today of a buffalo stampede or an Indian attack. Instead, it's a cattle guard that brings the train to a halt. Are we looking for a spot to get off the road?
We're looking because we're going to go boonie crashing over to see the gate over there. See right here, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
About a straight shot right to the gate.
But suddenly the cavalry rides to the rescue. Pickup truck with plywood to cover the cattle guard so our horses can get across. Later, Gravity presents another obstacle, a big hill.
Might be a little tough. It's a little bit steep, and we're loaded a little bit heavy.
Time to step on the gas.
I'm gonna let them run. You ready? All right, hit it. Up, 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 up.
Alice and Judy make it to the top, all part of the challenge of taking this wagon down the road, while making sure to keep the mules happy.
Alice is really steady, Eddie. Nothing really bothers her. Judy's a little more nervous and fussy.
And when those two four-legged ladies are relaxed, with their big ears flopping, all is well.
And there's something kind of nice about sitting on a wagon and listening, to the tug chains and, the footfalls and the wheels turn.
Yeah, there sure is. There sure is.